How's it going, YouTube? Auto Garage here again, back with another amazing video. Today we're going to be rebuilding the shifter and on the Miata today. The throws are a bit clunky and there's a little bit of play in it, and there's a sale on mossmiata.com for the upgraded brass bushing kit. So we're going to be putting that in the car. First thing we have to do is just finish unscrewing our little carbon fiber shift knob. Oops. And then we have to unscrew the Phillips head right there. Other side, already done the one in the middle. And then we're gonna get the one in the console. And then this whole piece just comes right out. Once you unscrew the additional 2 screws inside the center console, you're ready to pop this whole piece off. And before you tug too hard, you need to make sure you unplug these 2 wires that go to the window controls and also this little light bulb that's in there. And then after you unplug these 2 wires, we are ready to lift the center console out. Just takes a few wiggles. And that's the center console and the whole shift assembly. And we get our first look of under there. You have to make sure when you're taking that out to wiggle it past the trunk and gas cap controls, or levers, I guess. And then we have some insulation here. I'm not 100% sure that I'm gonna be fitting this back in because it's so destroyed. And with it being convertible, I'm not too worried about noise anyway, but I'll see. And we can see that this builder could definitely use a rebuild. The rubber here is destroyed. This is all crusty. I'm sure the fluid in there needs to be changed. And yes, it just looks like it's overdue for it. So let's get started on that. All right, first step, if you're able to find it, you want to grab your 10mm socket, and we are going to take off these 4 bolts right here. I want to fast forward because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that. All right, got all those bolts out, and 99% of the time when you're rebuilding a shifter, this boot is just going to be destroyed. It's all supposed to come together, but you'll probably just be able to take it. Usually, I was watching other people, usually they had to like rip this part out because it's still attached a little bit. Mine wasn't even attached at all. So just get this out, and the shifter you bought most likely has this piece that comes with it. So you're good on that. Next up, we need to take, I believe these are 12mm bolts off. Just see if our 10 fits it. Oh, nope, they're 10 mil. No, they're 10 mil. All right, I want to use 2 hands because I don't want to drop any bolts through there. So I will be right back. And after you take out those 3 10mm bolts, this whole thing just pops right out. I was expecting to see some turret fluid in there, or some trans fluid in the turret, but I'm not seeing any. That's not good to be looking at. Also, you can see our drive shaft right there, connecting to the back of our transmission, which is pretty neat. So yeah, our plastic bushing on the bottom actually looks fine. A lot of these end up cracking. I'll probably have to crack it to get it off, but that's good to see, I guess. It will be upgrading to the brass one again. And this is our whole shifting mechanism. So we'll be replacing most of the bits on here. We'll probably be sanding this down with light sandpaper and cleaning it. So let's get going on that. All right, real quick, here's all the new stuff that came with the kit. We got a new plate here. Here's this brass bushing I keep talking about. All of the new little washers and covers and stuff. I think this is the normal piece right here, but we won't be using that. And the new and old boot. So this will definitely, again, I'm not too worried about it, but it'll definitely det and sound better. If your car has a transmission fluid smell, this will definitely help keep that away more, because this, as you can tell, didn't really insulate much. So we're gonna get started taking stuff off of this now. And real quick, before we take everything off of the shifter, we just want to reach in here and get this bushing right here, and also this little metal piece that, as you can see, is destroyed. So it's actually gonna come out in pieces. It should be one piece, but well, I don't see the other piece. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, I don't see the other piece. Live and forget. Yeah. So you're supposed to pull out 2 full circles And yeah, probably just throw this away because you don't want to be reusing this stuff. You can tell how dirty my hands are. This has probably been in the car for all 150,000 miles, which is not good. I want to replace stuff. Maintenance makes the car happy, which makes me happy. So now working with our shifter, first order of business, we just want to pop this little plastic piece off. Actually, this one with pliers just makes it a whole lot easier to grip. All you need is to be able to grip it. It should come right off. Put that with all the old stuff. And now, this little piece right here, you would just want to get under that. Alright, super simple. Just got the flat hood under there. This little plastic piece came right off. And this will be the new one, which replaces it. Not too much of a difference, but we have the new piece, we'll put it on. And taking this apart is pretty straightforward. Everything should slide this way. To get this piece off, we're gonna have to probably cut this rubber. Be careful when you cut that. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but again, gear oil smells so bad, so just be ready for that, especially if it's been a while. Anyway, it all came off pretty easy. To get this piece off, it was actually super easy. I cut it using these little wire cutters. So if you have a tool like this, I definitely recommend utilizing it. And once I cut that off, this just took some wiggling to get off, and this just slid right off. And yeah, just another piece of that bushing. And now, after we sand and clean this, it'll be time to put on all the shiny new stuff. So after sanding a little bit, I just got a bucket of soap and water and started scrubbing. I seriously underestimated how greasy this would be. I'm trying to make it better. I honestly don't know if I can get through all the levels of just grit, but I'm trying, I'm scrubbing. And the water is legit black, so a lot dirtier than I thought it would be. Make sure you have plenty of towels nearby, because you'll definitely want them. No cap. This is a lot more disgusting than I realized. But it'll be nice knowing that we have nice clean parts inside, and it'll make getting all the new stuff on a lot easier. Alright, now next step, we'll get this little plastic piece, these little grooves in it, and this little metal piece with matching grooves. We slide this metal piece on the plastic piece, like so. I'm gonna need 2 hands to get it to fit on all the way, and then it slides on, like so. Now we take our new upper plate, I'm gonna lubricate it with some WD-40 and slide it down right on here. You're gonna want 2 hands for this, so I'll come back once it's on. Fuck. Got it on now. Got some plate mounted on top. Now it's time for the next step. Now for the next step, we take the little plastic bushing with the same metal clip. We're gonna pop it right inside the turret. This little groove right there slides under that, and the whole thing just pops in. It should be nice and snug. Alright, I precisely measured how high to fill our oil. That high. Very precise. Now we just stick shift boot in. It should be in. Alright, the shifter is back in. I just stuck it in. Feel we're in neutral. We're gonna get the bolts down, and when you tighten them, they're going into aluminum, so you don't have to tighten it that hard. Just fit them snug. You don't have to torque it down or anything crazy like that. The official specs probably around 9 or 10 pound-feet, so don't over tighten it, because I've heard of a lot of people snapping the bolts in there. And just got the boot on. Don't forget, you don't want to tighten these too tight. Just need to be snug. So all we really have to do left is to put on the center console back in, and the job is pretty much complete. Really easy job, and I can't wait to drive the car afterwards. I'm sure it's gonna feel a lot better. Alright, well, the job is now done. Rolling through the gears feels really good now. It feels a lot more precise. I know exactly where everything is. Earlier, I might have guessed twice how to get into first. Now it's immediate. Everything is exactly where it should be. It feels great. That brass shifter definitely is a huge upgrade. It almost feels gated. There's no play in it, just a tiny bit. But yeah, that's definitely 100% recommended mod to the car. Doing the upgraded rebuild, and just a rebuild in general. I didn't replace the boot because mine's in pretty good shape. I'll probably refresh that later. I'm trying to do a little bit of an interior refresh right now, as you can see. But yeah, easier than I thought it would be to do. Feels great, and I didn't put the insulation back in. And you can really hear the clicks from it even a little bit better now. So I'm probably gonna keep it like that because I really like those sounds. Anyway, if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
There's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl. So I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say